Isn't that the way?
Hello, and welcome to the SUPERNEAT podcast, the only podcast on the internet. We are out here live. We're doing it big time. Guys, got a lot of changes. Maybe. We'll see how they go. We're going to change up the format a little bit, but I'd like to welcome those new and old to the SUPERNEAT podcast, the only podcast on the internet. And guys, we've got all kinds of news for ya. But we're just gonna take it one step at a time. All right. Big shout out. So again, this podcast has many sponsors because we are doing so well. And one of those podcasts hosts, sponsors, is sparkling water. It's totally not. Sparkling water. The only sparkling water for the SUPERNEAT podcast. What's your aha moment? Is that their stupid tagline? I don't know. That'd be my guess. Okay, guys. Let's just jump right into it. We're going to try altering the format a bit. But for the most part, it's going to continue to be a train wreck, as we are wont to do. You know. How's that look? So, let's just jump right in, shall we? It is 7:03 here at the SUPERNEAT headquarters. 55% room humidity. It's 75 degrees. Life's good. Man, I can't get these little lights. There we go. So let's just jump right into it. First thing, we're doing the SUPERNEAT news first. Knock them out of the way. And also, I got to do a Patreon thanks. So those of you listening online, hold on to your butts. Shout out to Brian, Nathan, Kevin, Steven, Ben, Lucas, Luke, Evan, Luke, Elliot, Josh, Hulkbuster, Unit 69, Matthew, Jack Bars, David H., and Barry Bebop. My wonderful, beautiful Patreon subscribers. Thank you, guys. Big shout out. Big shout out. All right, now the SUPERNEAT news. Guys, we are getting a headline of the SUPERNEAT news. We are getting shirts. We're getting t-shirts. Potentially, we could be getting some hoodies. But we will see about all that. First things first is we are getting some motherfucking t-shirts. So that'll be a lot of fun. And they're going to be embroidered, I think, is what we're going to go for. So that'll also be interesting. So big shout out. So if you guys want a shirt, hit me up. We're just going to do it kind of sketch as fuck. We're just going to do the old PayPal Cash App style. Top tier patrons will get it. Patrons will get it for free, of course. So that's happening this week. Lit. That's it for the SUPERNEAT news. We got some content coming out. I always say that, but it's almost done, guys. It's just so slow. But I had one last piece of SUPERNEAT news. I had a breakthrough. Audio is really hard in New York City because we live in these little concrete boxes, echo everywhere. And also, when you go outside, it's even louder. And I'm a lav mic kind of guy. Sometimes I'll use the boom, but it's a little extra. It's a little too much work. And I just couldn't get any great audio for anything I've been filming. I was like, this sucks. Because I'm a stickler for that. hence the enormous microphone. I'm somewhat a stickler for decent audio, and we solved that problem. And you'll find out soon this week, and it's a lot of fun. But that's like the last big roadblock to making content, was like, how the fart can I make content when everything has a terrible echo, or you can just hear the world going ham out there. But now we've solved it. And also, speaking of audio, hopefully it sounds a little bit better in here, but we have 24 noise-reducing sound panels around here. You cannot see them, but they are here. Believe you me. That's also super neat news. Shout out to the Patreon. The patrons help me do that. And also, I think I'm going to pull the trigger on a Stream Deck, and that way we can do cool graphics and such. So that'll be fun with the patron money. So thank you guys, patrons. I think I'm going to pull that trigger also this week. I just need to get a little buzz on, because I have anxiety buying things on the internet. Okay, let's jump right in to the new format. Today we're going to start with the virtual book club. Welcome to the Super Neat Virtual Book Club, brought to you by AHA, the only sparkling water in New York City for the only podcast on the internet. Big shout out. Also big shout out to the Hanksy Panksy podcast. They put up with my dumb ass, and we did an episode, and you guys can see that episode anywhere you find podcasts at Hanksy Panksy Podcast. I don't know if there's a "the" in it. Probably. It's great. You should listen to it. Listen to my episode. I'm a guest in one of them. It's pretty great. Okay, so welcome to the Super Neat Book Club. This week, I'm gonna say week like it doesn't take me like 2 months to read a book, but this week we're reading Caesar by Adrian Goldsworthy. And I'm 5-6 chapters in. Guys, if you care about Caesar, there goes the entire audience. It's gone. Just use your phone, save your money, says Zez. Oh, instead of Stream Deck? Wonder if that's possible. I want to do little fun graphics. This is why I'm not allowed to read the chat. So, Caesar by Adrian Goldsworthy. If you like Caesar or ancient Rome, so far I'd say wait and let me read it for another week to see if it gets better, because it's super slow, but I'm also kind of into that. And I can tell you, I've had a chat with a friend of mine, and ancient Rome is pretty neat, guys. That was the pinnacle of a united republic, and they all died. So I think there's probably some lessons we can learn. And a friend of mine also gave me a fun little anecdote, but that basically, and we're just gonna slaughter it here. Basically, the Romans were about the same as us, with just lesser technology. But as far as modern humans, they were the same. You'd be able to talk to Romans. They might be a little shorter than our average height, but for the most part, I mean, they were doing the same thing we were doing. Wild engineering. They're pretty good at killing people. And they would just straight up kill politicians and shit if they had big disagreements. We should consider it. All right, moving on to the tech update. Welcome to the update. I don't have graphics yet. I'm going to make some of those. Put that on the list. So, guys, the tech news, the tech update. There's really one big slamming piece of news I think that we, and by we, I mean nerds. AMD dropped the new Ryzen 5000 series. Y'all, that is a big deal. It's pretty neat if you're into that. And we'll keep it brief because I know not everyone is. But what I can tell you is AMD dropped the AMD Ryzen 5 5600, 5800X, 5900X and the 5950. And what they do is they work on the same motherboards that you can already run the AMD Ryzen 2 series on. They do not increase the amount of power needed, aka 105 watts, and they're basically better all around than anything you can get for reasonable prices. And that is a big deal because there is now a full-on processor war going on, and that shit is lit for the consumer. And they put Intel in their place by dramatically increasing gaming performance, and that also translates to productivity performance, because basically if your game can wreck shit on games, it could probably also wreck shit on Photoshop and Excel. So here we are. Welcome to the processor wars, everybody. It's good to be here. Boom! That's all you really need to know in tech news. In a week or two, AMD will be releasing their new Radeon Big Navi graphics cards, and we're going to see if they can compete with the 3000 series from NVIDIA. But either way, that's great news. If they're equal, then I would say that's a big slam dunk. And as we know, AMD is anything, they are just ultimately consistent. And so if they hit an equal standing with NVIDIA at a same price point, then that's a big win, because we know that there will be a reckoning in the future, because that's what Lisa Su does for AMD. She takes her time, and she does it right. Thank you, K-Chap. Looking fly. I wore a collared shirt today because we have some guests. Just trying to do it up. Okay. That's it for the tech news. We're moving right along to Political Crossfire. Why'd I name it that? This is the Super Neat Political Crossfire. This is the opinion article. This is where Super Neat goes into politics, which I never do. Do you guys see that fly on the old white guy's head? Pence? You guys see that? That was funny, man. All right, and that is the tone. That is the tone. Couldn't even do it. That's the Political Crossfire for Super Neat 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Time for Global Affairs. Super Neat Global Affairs. See why if I had a Stream Deck, I would have a graphic for each of these. That, I think, would be fun. But who knows? Okay, it's time for the Super Neat Global Affairs. And the only news article I could find from abroad that didn't involve mass people dying or some sort of earthquake is September 29th. A British zoo said 5 parrots were removed from public display after the birds spent their time in quarantine together, teaching each other how to shout profanities. That's funny. Those birds say cuss words. Woo. And that's the Super Neat Global Affairs. If you want news about the world around you, do not come to the Super Neat Podcast, the only podcast on the internet, because I don't know what the fuck is going on. All right? I am probably similarly informed as these parrots. I just yell profanities, and I live my life. So, that is that's the Global Affairs story. Great. And just a little quarterly podcast update. It is 7:15. Room humidity is 55%, 75 degrees in the Super Neat Podcast studio. And we're having a great time. We are sponsored by AHA Sparkling Water, the only sparkling water on the internet. My God, I want a little ham. And, you know, and I'm sure there's a myriad of other sponsors. Oh, yeah, we're also going to do $5 sponsors. $5 sponsors if you want to. 1 fish, 2 fish, red fish. Oh, if you guys want to be a sponsor on the Super Neat Podcast, you can sponsor 1 episode for $5. You can also do an instantaneous sponsorship for $10, which means if you just send me $10 on Snapcash during the middle of the podcast, I'll pretty much say almost anything you want, depending on the level of offensiveness. So, that's your boy, learning how to sell out even more every day. That's what we're doing. So yeah, welcome to the new Super Neat sponsor system. Our current sponsors are AHA Sparkling Water, The Hanksy Panksy podcast is getting another sponsor for this week because they're great. And, you know, I don't know. Shit. Crocodiles. Boom. All right. So let's keep on trucking in this new format. Big oof of the week. Trump survived. No, what? Just kidding, guys. That's not the big oof of the week. The big oof of the week is the day before AMD released all their processors that put Intel to shame. Intel wrote a article called Intel's Commitment to Gaming and a sneak peek at Intel technology to come. They did it on the 7th, and then on the 8th, AMD released their numbers, crushing the absolute shit. And Intel doesn't even credit this with the real author. It's written by Intel author. So no one has the gall to put their name on that trash. It's clearly a stunt, and it blew up in their face, as many things have been pretty much this whole year for Intel. Pete out here is now following. Big shout out. Wow. We're getting all kinds of new followers with this. Oh my goodness. With this brand new super neat format. We'll see how it goes. Let me know how you guys feel about it. Let's keep rolling, man. All right. That's the big oof. Don't write a blog post telling people that you're really good at gaming and then get wrecked. It's the big oof of the week. We might be steering this podcast into a tech niche these days, but we're gonna work on balancing that over the coming weeks. But I just like tech, so we'll see. All right, that's the big oof of the week. Welcome to the Super Neat Podcast, the only podcast on the internet. Now we're gonna talk about self-improvement, guys. We'll see how long this fucking section of the podcast lasts. Self-improvement. I've been going to the gym lately, and I have learned my lesson. I'm not going to try and add another habit for a little bit. I'm going to try and go just to the gym for the rest of this month consistently. And then we'll try and add another habit next month. But that's my self-improvement goal for the month. What's yours? Is that an interesting thing to talk about? I don't know. It made sense at like 2 a.m. when I was writing the new format for this trash ass podcast. Okay, now it's time for the super neat Shark Tank pitch. That's where I'm going to pitch my latest idea to you guys, the sharks, and we're going to see how it goes. My Shark Tank pitch, all I wrote... Dumbass. All I wrote was immortality. Hey, sharks, how would you like to live forever? Introducing immortality. All you have to do is inject mercury into your veins, and you too can live forever. And I know these fucking multimillionaire sharks, that's all they really want. Those egomaniacs. Immortality just cost 1 soul. All right. Let me know what you think, sharks. All right. Now we're moving right along. We're hauling ass through this format. It is 7:20 in the Super Neat Podcast studio. 55 degrees room humidity. 55%. 75 degrees Fahrenheit. Now it's time for questions from the patrons. Guys, I asked just like an hour ago for questions for the podcast from my patrons, my lovely, lovely patrons. And we had 16 questions. And we're going to go through some of them. I don't know if we're going to go through all of them, but we are making incredible time and pace with this new format. So maybe we will do all of them because we are hauling ass. So that's the deal. All right, let's do this. Let's do this shit. This podcast is a fucking train wreck. Okay. Hulkbuster Unit 69 asks, where? Where, oh, where? Here, there, anywhere? in a car, very far. That's it. Is maintaining a poor class a conscious effort? Oh my God! Should have proofed these. Is maintaining a poor class a conscious effort by the ultra wealthy? Does Jeff Bezos want this? I would say that it's probably not a conscious effort, but it's definitely systemic. I think we can all agree with that. The fact that the U.S. has such an incredible amount of the population in poverty, it's not by accident. Just being real, not super funny. That's super true. I don't think Jeff Bezos wants that. I think Jeff Bezos wants a enormous middle class, because I think that's probably the primary target for Amazon customers. I think Jeff Bezos would fucking thrive with an enormous middle class, and probably everyone would. But I'm just some fucking moron in a little tiny room talking to myself and calling it a podcast. So what do I know? Here we go. Moving on. What's the best preparation of the potato? Shit, man. Fried. Deep fried. No, skin on. Whole potato. Was Space Jam's actually a good film? I don't know. No one knows. It's so drenched in nostalgia and scan lines from a VHS. Who knows what's really on there? We just know Michael Jordan is doing his thing. His arm gets long and stuff. And there's a basketball and aliens. Who knows? Who even knows what that fucking movie's about? Could be Hitler propaganda for all I know. I watched it when I was 9. If given the opportunity, would you clone yourself? No. Maybe. Probably not. Because then one of us would have to kill. Do you guys remember the scene from The Prestige where he clones himself and he immediately shoots himself? That's what would happen. I'd be like, I did it. Fuck that guy. I know what he's capable of. Procrastinating. Which flavor? Four Loko was the best. I didn't even know they had flavors. It just tastes like TV static and pain. All of them. I don't know. The one with the most colors. God. I can't remember a Four Loko flavor. Nightmare fuel. Do you worry that your brother will peep at you when sleeping over that little fake wall? We have a full wall now, fool. And it's blocked. Look at that. Those are sound panels. So no. But there's no way to lock the door. But also, fuck it. Favorite musical album? I don't know, man. I'd get back to you on that. Maybe the Toro Y Moi. There's a Toro one from a few years ago that was really good. Never really got over it. Who's on cocaine? We all know who's on cocaine. It's Donald Jr. That guy's a cokehead. It's not political. That's just facts. How long do you think you will be the only podcast on the internet? Didn't you talk about being interviewed on another podcast? Suspect. How does that work? So I'm the only podcast on the internet. Oh, what up? I have the... Hold on. Guys, I had our guests that are waiting patiently in the lobby on the screen the entire time. I apologize. I'm just a fucking shithead. I don't know what's going on, man. Don't worry about that. I'm the only podcast on the internet. SUPERNEAT podcast is the only podcast on the internet. There are rumors that it's catching on. I mean, as you can see, there are 7 of us together here on the internet in the SUPERNEAT studio, listening, following along. Yes, I was a guest on another podcast, but that, as far as you're concerned, it's in another fucking dimension. Do not worry about it. Do not Google it. You listen to the SUPERNEAT podcast and you stay in your fucking lane. Don't ask questions. What's your best impression? God, I used to actually have a fair amount of impressions in the bank, but these days it's pretty much the I did not come. I swear to you, people of America, the great people of America, the greatest country in the world, I can say with impunity, I did not come, so it does not count. Hillary gave me a fucking pass. Come on. Let me just be your president. For the most part, in retrospect, I seem like a pretty decent dude relative to the current political climate, but also I may be part of a death ring that kills people. I did not come. My best impression. Or, Harry! Oh, Harry! Oh, Harry. Let me see your cribbage stretches. Is it ever acceptable to hold a grudge? If so, when? And if not, and why not? Man, what is it? Holding a grudge is like holding a hot stone with intention of throwing it at someone else, something like that. You know, that's an old, like, probably some Chinese quote. Try not to hold a grudge if you can. I do sometimes. I really try not to, but it happens. You know what I mean? I would say do your best to get over it because it's not going to do you any good. You know? Maybe not. You don't have to forget things. But you definitely forgive. Just let it go. That'd be my advice, but then again, fuck them. Hold the grudge. I don't know, man. Ask someone better than I. Try not to. I think it's probably good advice. Sometimes people do shit and it pisses you fucking off, man. Can't help but just be like, fucking hate that guy. Sometimes I hold a grudge against a person. I don't even remember why. I just know, like, fuck that guy. They do something bad, man. Objectively, don't fuck with them. But, yeah, no. Probably don't hold a grudge. It's not going to do you much good. Spend your time doing something else. Blimps. Think about it. Could Nicolas Cage pull off the Declaration heist? Maybe not alone, but with a ragtag bunch of laughable and somewhat capable friends, Nicolas Cage can steal the Declaration of Independence. 8 out of 10. The Declaration of Independence movie. What is that called? What is that movie called? Fuck. Nicolas Cage steals the Declaration of Independence. National Treasure. National Treasure. I think he can do it. Nicolas Cage is great, man. What is that guy? Talk about cocaine. He invented the shit. Aliens? Yes. Done. What's the spookiest experience of your life? I'm not even gonna go. I don't know. I'd have to spend some time and I'd probably remember something spooky. And then there it is. Do bitches really be tripping? Shit. All right, that's it for this. Oh, this fucking trash show. Yeah, that is it. For the super neat questionnaire for the Q&A. Thank you guys for submitting your questions. They're all Patreon questions, but we might open that up to the general public later. We're just testing it out. We're testing all of these new segments out, see what sticks. We're throwing the spaghetti on the wall, see if it's cooked. I think that's a thing. Ooh, this is the Super Neat Podcast, the only podcast on the internet brought to you by AHA Sparkling Water. What's your AHA moment? See how good I can do that? I can do that for your product. I just picked these guys because they're on Amazon delivery. They can deliver my seltzer water. This is literally the only reason. You stop showing up at my door, you're fucking out. Remember that, AHA. You're on thin ice. Ooh, that'd be delicious. Great. Moving on. This is the worst podcast. Okay, guys. Let's go ahead and jump in with the guests. It is 7:30, 55% room humidity, 75 degrees Fahrenheit in the Super Neat studio. We have our guests waiting idly over here, patiently. I see them. Let's see if we can hear them. Yo, what up?
What's up, Joe?
Oh, hey. Shit. Yes. Okay, guys, hold on. We're going to drop them in. Boop. Oh, actually, we're going to do this right. If we're going to do it, we're going to do it right. Pop you guys out. Full screen it. Boom. Boom. We're coming along, guys. This is welcome to the Super Neat Podcast. We just do everything while we're in the podcast. We don't plan anything ahead because that would take work. Look at this.
Well, it's great to be here.
Thank you, guys. Thanks for joining. Here, now what I'll do is I'll just scoot over. Look at this. This is how. Boom. Welcome to the future of podcasts. Okay. Guys, on the Super Neat Podcast, we currently have, can I say your full names? You guys cool with that? Being doxxed?
Yeah.
Okay, sweet. We have Luke Patrick and Sam Siegel. Sam Siegel and Luke Patrick, depending if you're reading left to right or right to left. And they are the hosts or host and co-host. Does someone have a superior title? Of the Hanksy Panksy Podcast, the second podcast ever to be on the internet. And these guys are phenomenal. They're great dudes. They have a great podcast. And I mean, do you guys want to pitch it or do you want me to pitch it? I think I'd probably butcher it. That's kind of what I do.
I do just want to make a quick note that Sam is in fact my dom and does get his name before me. That's our psychosexual and business arrangement. It is in the contract.
Yes. Good. I'm glad that's clarified. The viewers and listeners of the Super Neat Podcast needed to know the hierarchy.
Yep. Pretty critical. Sam, do you want to do the breakdown of the second podcast ever on the internet?
Sure. Yeah. And see, this is why I'm the dom. Luke has to ask me.
Yeah.
So Hanksy Panksy is a podcast where Luke and I, a couple dumb idiots, watch every episode in every movie in chronological order that Tom Hanks has ever done.
Yeah.
And we talk about it, and we come up with some conspiracies. We meet new friends along the way. It's a horrible psychological pain that we both have to bear.
Yep. Much like our own psychosexual arrangement, Tom Hanks is also a bit of our masochistic play in that he's made a lot of bad movies, y'all. We have hurt ourselves repeatedly and often for little to no financial gain and for very little reason.
Yeah.
So I got a question for y'all. How far are you in the Tom Hanks Chronicles? Have you guys done a total tally? Do you have a running number of film number out of?
Let's see. I know.
I'll source that real quick if you'll give it the update on where we are, Sam.
Yeah. So chronologically, we're up to Bonfire of the Vanities, so that brings us up to 1990, and I believe that's the 14th movie that we've done.
No, 15th, sir. We've hurt ourselves 15 times.
No, so it's the 15th episode, Luke, but it's the 14th movie because we did have Joe on for Hanks in the Rear View.
Yeah, which was lovely and nice to see the only two podcasts on the internet doing a crossover. So thanks for being on that, Joe.
Well, we gotta reach out to the others in the space.
Oh yeah.
So wait.
I'll say.
Go ahead.
It was a tough transition for us from newsprint to the internet, but I think it's been good.
Writing the chronicles of the Tom Hanks films. So you guys are 14 films in. What's the total running number of Tom Hanks films?
I'm tabulating now.
Live on the spot. Welcome to the Super Neat Podcast.
It looks to be about 50 to 60. I was not very precise with that. But.
Holy shit. Okay, so you guys are 14 in, possibly, somewhere around 40 more to go. Sitting around 2 hours. That's not an insignificant amount of your life.
No, it's a lot of our lives that we're giving away to our new god, Tom.
Yeah.
Do you have any regrets on embarking on this project?
Oh.
Just in general, yes. Immediate yes. Regrets. No, do you guys does it feel worthwhile? You guys feel good about it now that you're in it?
I think.
Yeah, I think generally yes. I am actually kind of sad that we only do these movies once, because when you were on, we revisited The Burbs, and it was really quite revealing to take a second dig at the source material and find some new hidden gems in there. I'm wondering if we're, by doing this to ourselves and in this format, we aren't truly appreciating the films that have been produced for us to consume, given that we're sort of just like, it's like those hot dog eating contests. That's what we're doing with the Tom Hanks movies. We're just cramming them in as fast as we can and as many as we can. It does make me worry about the quality.
Well, Luke, what if we just went back through them backwards?
So you're saying we finish this, we complete the marathon, we turn right around, shit still in our pants, and we
Benjamin
run the
Button.
marathon.
Yeah, we just drive the car back home.
You de-age him. I think that's an interesting take.
Yeah, could be. Ask me again when we've completed the project.
That's
Yeah.
that's a lot of just the amount of Tom Hanks you guys are consuming now. The current rate is high. So I'd say if you were to watch each film twice, you may want to lock the windows if you live anywhere above the second story.
Oh, yeah. At a recent appointment, my doctor told me I was taking in a dangerous amount of Tom Hanks movies.
Yeah. You guys better hope he's not a weird child diddler. Otherwise,
That's the other problem.
You guys
we
are
have talked about.
You guys are in deep. You
Don't
really
even put it in there.
It's out there.
Oh,
What if
please, God.
What if Captain Phillips is? Well,
Yeah.
so also I have to just announce it for those listening only. We are speaking to Sam through the eyes of a little spider that sits on his desk. This terrifying webcam format here.
Well, just for you, because this is the only other podcast on the internet, I did put it up on some books, so it wasn't like hand level like it has been in the past. So I classed it up just for you.
I appreciate it. I think I love the spider vision. It's just a little terrifying.
It brings something, and I gotta say, Luke, this is actually the first time I've seen you in literal months, and I'm loving the beard.
Hey, thanks, man. It's not by choice. I mean, I do have the equipment to shear myself, but why is kind of the question there. Yeah,
that's fair.
Also, for the spider vision, Sam, I've never asked this question. Why do you? Like, I know what it is.
Uh-huh.
It's a VR headset, correct?
Yes.
But like, no webcams on the internet? Couldn't.
I don't own one. The program that I used to use my phone as a webcam stopped working when we moved. And when I looked to buy a webcam, it was early on in the pandemic and no one had any in stock. And once I found out this worked, I gave up.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
A tale as old as time. Okay, guys. So what I was going to do, it was prep some Tom Hanks trivia, and I didn't. So what we're going to type in is Tom Hanks trivia into Google.
Okay.
And there it is on the top, the ultimate Tom Hanks movie trivia quiz. And I'm going to ask you guys, and you have to be honest, have you already done the ultimate Tom Hanks trivia quiz?
No.
Hell yeah. Wow.
We've been saving that bit actually for a rainy day, and I'm so excited to blow that wad here.
Today is the rainy day because we don't prep. I could have done it myself, but I didn't. Okay. So welcome to the new segment, the Super Neat Trivia 4 Guests Tom Hanks Edition 2, sponsored by AHA, the only sparkling water on the internet. Fuck it. Okay, here we go. What did Tom Hanks study at college? And you guys want? I'll give you the question, the answers. So, law, theater, medicine, or psychology?
Damn, dude! Right out of the gate, we've always suspected that we would crush this.
Yeah. Boy, were we wrong. We've really gained no skills. I'm saying psychology.
I'm going to say theater.
Okay, psychology and theater.
Theater.
Theater?
Yeah, I believe so.
Oh, I guess we'll just do the answers as we go. That's probably the best way. 16, there's no way I'll remember. Hank studied theater
Fuck yeah.
in Hayward, California. At Cabot College? Chaba. Great. In Sacramento. Who knew? We could probably,
Interesting.
Makes sense.
Sure.
Oh, and now
Yeah.
I have somehow gone to a completely different quiz because the site is not super intuitive. There we go. What's Tom Hanks' full name?
See, I was wondering
Wow.
if this one would come up because Sam, in our last episode, you literally said his full name, which was the thing I was keeping in the wing for this trivia. So do you remember Tom Hanks' full name?
I do. It is Thomas Jeffrey Hanks.
Yep.
Holy shit.
That's
Yep.
it.
You could have also guessed Tommy John Hanks or Tom Thompson Hanks, and they would have been incorrect. But they would have been guesses. Wow.
Man.
His mother is of Portuguese descent and his father of English ancestry. What?
I did know that. He's a sleeper Portuguese. What do you call someone from Portugal?
Portuguese?
Portuguese.
A
Sorry.
Portuguesian.
Yeah, none of us are acing some IQ tests on this podcast today. Sorry, guys.
That's the SUPERNEAT podcast. The bar's real low. You don't have to worry about much here. Which 1980 movie marked his acting debut? You guys got to know this. I'm not giving you any hints. His acting debut.
That would have to be He Knows You're Alone, isn't it?
See, I kind of think he did another movie, but so his acting debut was in that weird one that we only saw in German, or the title of it. We haven't watched either of these early ones. It's a sin on our part, but he did a movie before that one that I believe was called Labyrinth of Monsters or something, and we only saw the title in German, so that may not be the actual title.
Okay,
I'm gonna guess that one.
I'll give you a hint. That's not on the list of 4.
It's probably good for Tom Hanks.
So He Knows You're Alone was your guess, Sam?
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
You got it. You guys are really pretty good at this. We should be keeping score. In fact, we are.
Yeah.
And no one knows anything to the contrary. Yeah, you guys are 3 for 3 as a team.
Nice.
He had a small role as a psychology student in this low-budget slasher movie.
All right.
Cool. All right, Tom. How many Academy Awards for Best Actor has he received? 1, 2, or 3, or none? Uh-oh.
Fuck.
So I know the answer to this one, I'm pretty sure, Sam.
Oh, all right. Well, then I'll toss my guess out there. 2?
Yeah, I was gonna guess 2, but for the spread, I'm gonna say 3, just in case we've missed
Oh,
one.
you guys are playing the numbers game on the SUPERNEAT podcast, huh? You sons of
Yep.
bitches. It's 2. Back
Fuck
to
yeah.
back.
Hell.
Philadelphia and Forrest Gump in the 90s.
Yeah, man.
He was really hitting his stride.
That's coming up, and actually, that came up in one of our recent episodes. Joe, do you think you could make Forrest Gump in 2020? And if not, how would you change it?
Let's sit on that. I want to come back to this, but
Okay.
I think it deserves longer discussion. Gump 2020 sounds like a shitty politician. I would vote Gump 2020.
Reboot.
Oh, we're coming back to that. So you guys are 4 for 4. How much money did he make for You've Got Mail? You've Got Mail.
Ooh.
And I'll give you guys the numbers for this because they're all over the place. 20 million, 15 million, 23 million, 17 million.
That question is really hedging its bets with the
Yeah.
options provided.
Luke, you
They gotta
want to
make
take
money.
the first crack at this?
Was there a 30 million in there?
Nope.
Okay, I'm gonna go 50 million. I think
Oh,
by
no.
that point, that's in the future
No.
for us. We don't know.
It's 20, 15, 25,
Oh.
23, and 17.
Okay, I'm gonna go 25. I think that was the highest you said.
No, there's only 23 is the highest.
Okay, give me the highest one.
Okay, 23 is the highest. It is the 90s, so that's a lot of money.
I'm trying to get him more money. I'm being his agent retrospectively. I just want 50 million for Hanks.
Okay, Sam, what do you think?
17.
Okay, let's see. Oh, 20 on the dot.
Oh,
Sorry, guys. You're fucking finally. You're down 1. Yes. The house has got to win.
It's true.
I'm like a cheap casino.
I wish I hadn't bet my house at this point.
The movie was a remake of The Shop Around the Corner from 1940. Who knew? I didn't know they had email in 1940. Interesting. That's a fun fact.
You've got telex.
You've got, I don't know, the plague. What they have in the 20s?
You've got polio.
Polio. Tom Hanks has polio. Okay, Hanks' 2004 movie, The Terminal. You guys should know this. Is set in which airport? You haven't seen it yet, though, surely.
So famously, this is one of the few Tom Hanks movies I've actually seen before we started the podcast. And I think it's, well, no, Luke, you start.
I can give you guys some options. I'm not gonna give you every airport in the world. I thought you guys would just know it, but
I kind of think I do.
I think I know it.
Oh, you know
Yeah.
it? All right, go for it. All right, I like the confidence here.
Yeah. Do you want to double down? No suggestions. You want to just take a guess, Sam?
Yeah, I'm down for that.
Okay. Well, I can throw it out there. I'm pretty sure it's Chicago O'Hare.
Ooh,
Okay.
see, I think it's JFK.
Oh,
Both good airports.
you guys got a
Well,
solid
ours are both.
spread. I can tell you guys, it was inspired by the story of Mirhan Nazari, an Iranian refugee who lived in Paris Charles de Gaulle Airport for 18 years. What, 18
Whoa.
years? Holy
shit.
shit. Holy fuck. I didn't know that. Jeez, I gotta rewatch that. It's JFK.
Fuck yeah.
Oh, man, I'm letting us down. I don't know what's more surprising, though, that he lived there for 18 years or that accent is supposed to be Iranian, I guess.
They were like, hey, can you do any accents? And he was like, all right. And they were like, okay, no, we're good. Whatever that is, do it. We'll make up the country afterwards. We'll film the movie first, and then we'll write a backstory.
Yeah. Well done, Sam. That's a good memory
Yeah,
for
you guys
the
are-
one movie you've seen.
You guys are killing
Hey,
it right now.
you know, it's taken up the space of more important things.
How do I do CPR? Tom Hanks, the terminal takes place. Hanks' character manages a baseball team in a league of their own. What was the baseball team called? Oh, God, they're all kind of offensive.
Oh,
Maybe not.
no.
Maybe not. No, they're not. Okay, I'll give you guys you guys haven't seen this, surely.
No.
Okay, so it's the Rockford Peaches, the South Bend Blue Sox, the Racine Bells. Is that how you say that? I don't know. I can't read also, guys. And the Kenosha Comets.
This is tricky. We haven't seen this one. It's next week.
The Peaches,
I
Blue
did-
Sox, Bells, Comets.
I didn't even know it was a baseball movie.
Oh, shit. Spoilers.
I'm gonna say Bells.
I'm going to go Comets based on nothing.
It's the Rockford Peaches.
Oh, God damn it.
You guys are down again, baby. Looking good for SUPERNEAT. I guess there's nothing on the line for this, so. But for some reason,
Both our houses, I think.
Oh, wow,
you
no.
say that. We've got side bets. I think both of us do have side bets loaded against this.
I appreciate the confidence. Okay, what is his character's profession in? I genuinely would like to know in the Da Vinci Code. What the fuck was his job in the Da Vinci Code? I thought he was just a certified weirdo.
Yeah. Kinky priest.
Ooh.
I'll give you guys the run. Symbologist, made up. art dealer, also made up. Lexicographer, a lexicographer, or FBI agent. I think those are all made up jobs.
Yeah. The last one sounded like or the one right before sounded like a Lexus dealership title, like a made up thing for a guy that sells Lexuses.
Lexicographer. No idea what that is.
I think I might know it.
Yeah? You want to go for it?
Yeah, sure.
All right.
I think he's a symbologist.
Really?
Symbologist.
I don't believe it. I'm going to say art dealer.
Okay, just for you guys at home, a lexicographer is a person who compiles dictionaries.
A lot of jobs in that market.
No, you've been replaced by the internet. He's a symbologist.
Hell yeah. I'm not happy that I know it.
Huge commercial success, the Da Vinci Code. It's like it's like the Bible camp version of the National Treasure.
Yes.
Yeah.
I love them both. I love a good adventure movie where you need to destroy relics to get information that never will see the light of day.
Well, sure. Is there any other kind?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, every time I go to a museum, I just bring at least a few pickaxes just in case. Just in case I got to go hunt.
Get some clues. Yep. And there's always a little secret cult that also knows and is somehow right at the same level that you are in discovering the secret, you know? It's like, wow, you guys have been doing this for like 2,000 years looking for this relic, and this guy just figured it out. He's a symbologist. Whatever. Okay. Moving on. Which movie did Tom Hanks make his debut as a director and a screenwriter?
Ooh.
Oh,
is it a movie?
I'll give you the run. Yeah, here we go.
Oh, okay.
From the Earth to the Moon, My Big Fat Greek Wedding, That Thing You Do! ! Or Castaway.
I have thoughts, but I'm curious what you think, Sam.
Yeah, I really want it to be My Big Fat Greek Wedding, but I know that's Rita Wilson's joint.
Yeah.
Basically from taint to tip, that was all hers.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with That Thing You Do.
That Thing You Do.
I also have to go with That Thing You Do.
You guys are doubling down. I love it.
I think it's the first Playtone production, which is his company. But Rita Wilson could be a dark horse here.
Hanks wrote the script for this movie while on the promotional tour for Forrest Gump. What a talented guy. Nice work, Hank. Forrest Gump, jeez. Gump 2020. For which of these movies was he not nominated for an Oscar? Castaway, Apollo 13, Saving Private Ryan, Big. I have a guess on this one.
Well, let's hear that. That's new.
No way. You guys are on your own. But one of them me is...
What was the last one?
Big. Where a child is in an adult man's body and runs awry. What a classic.
Yeah, I'm guessing that one. That's my guess.
I don't know. I think Big is the safe bet, but I'm not here. My house is on the line. I'm not here to play it safe.
Well,
so
sure,
I'm going to say, I think it's actually Saving Private Ryan, is my guess. Based on purely the jawline of Matt Damon as a driving force for nominations.
Yeah. I got to say, I'm supposed to be an unbiased observer here. I'm simply the host. But if he was nominated for an Oscar for Big, then we're shutting down the fucking podcast. Okay, thank God. The actor had an asteroid named in his honor due to this portrayal of astronaut Jim Lovell in Apollo 13.
What?
There's an asteroid named 12818 Tom Hanks.
Whoa.
Holy shit.
That's the end of the podcast, Sam, is that we have to call up Elon Musk and take a shuttle to this asteroid.
Yeah. Ideally blow it up with us on it.
Do a classic Armageddon scenario. One of you has to stay behind to run the oil drill for some fucking reason.
We'll collect every vinyl copy of the Bachelor Party soundtrack and we'll dump them all on the asteroid and then just blow it up.
Ship it out. Ship it to another spacefaring race. Okay, we're closing in here. 11 out of 16. You guys are doing well. Only down 2. Name this film. Are you shitting me? Okay, I have to share my screen with you. What a lazy way to write this one. So here I will share it in the Discord, and then that way it should go to everyone. Okay. Dragnet, Nothing in Common, Splash, or Charlie Wilson's War. And this is so blurry for those at home.
Yeah, I know it.
Yeah, I'm pretty confident too, but go ahead and blow this one wide open, Sam.
That's Charlie Willie's War.
That is indeed, because we've seen the others, and he wasn't this rough. We've had a smooth Tom Hanks up to this point.
This is that coarse Tom I've needed.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And you guys don't, by the way, I could have been doing that the whole time, but you are not going to see if I am the god of this trivia. Only I know if you're actually getting them right. So here we are, back to your limited view. Charlie Wilson's War is correct.
Hell yeah.
Texas Congressman Charlie Wilson, Covert Dealing. I love that movie, personally. Huge fan.
Yeah, it's good.
It's a good movie. Big fan. Old Charlie Wilson. Name the machine in Big, which grants Hanks his wish.
Oh. Well, that would be shit.
Oh.
There's the real one and the one that they made up for the movie.
Yep.
Do you guys need the spread? Are you guys confident?
No.
Oh, yeah. Hell yeah. I love this. Doubling down. You get bonus points if you guys both commit to one answer with no hints.
Okay.
You can make up
Sam, I remember
points.
which is which.
See, I don't.
Okay.
So I'm guessing Zoltan?
So Zoltan was the original, and then Zoltar was the one in the movie. But the trick is, afterwards, the Zoltan company did start making Zoltars. So I feel like our ass is covered all across the board here, whichever one we pick. Zoltar?
Well, yeah, let's go with Zoltar.
Okay.
Okay. Judges. We're going to give it to you. It's Zoltar Speaks.
Oh.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Zoltar Speaks.
We did not clock that, actually, I feel like.
Yeah, no. But thank God the judges gave it to us, because if they didn't, I'd have left. I'd have stormed out of here and never come
The
back.
fact that you guys went double down and also didn't get the spread, we got to give it to you. You guys did great.
Hell yeah. I appreciate the generosity. I do need my home.
Well, see, we got 3 more to go. What is the name of Hanks's oldest son, who's also an actor? He's pretty good.
Oh, yeah, it's Colin.
That'd be good old Colin.
Jim Hanks, Zach Hanks, Steve Hanks, or Colin Hanks. You guys have seemed very confident.
Yeah, handkerchief designer, Colin Hanks.
Yeah, Hanks kerchiefs, people. It's produced in California. If you want to grab you some.
Do not promote a handkerchief company on this podcast from Colin Hanks. That's from his first wife, Samantha Lewis. Who knew? Great. All right. We're moving. Hanks's Saving Private Ryan is set during which event? Okay. Oh, actually, we'll give you the spread here because it's a weird way that they did this. Invasion of Normandy, Korean War, American Civil War, hint, or Vietnam War.
Yeah, it's actually a prequel to MASH. It's the Korean War. People don't know that. It's completely confusing.
I think he shoots that little pistol at a rolling tank over a bridge and during the American Civil War. Mm-hmm. You guys don't remember that?
Everyone remembers the tanks at Antietam.
The Lincoln cameo in Saving Private Ryan. Daniel Day-Lewis's first stab at Lincoln. Yeah, it's definitely Normandy.
Yeah.
Okay. God, they started getting MSN started getting lazy towards the end of this one. They didn't even write full questions. It's the second highest grossing film of 1998. What the fuck was the first? Don't just give me that. What did better than Saving Private Ryan? That movie's classic. Well, we'll never know. Okay. 15 out of 16. Which prestigious Lifetime Achievement Award did he receive in 2002?
Is it the Cecil B. DeMille?
I'll read it out. Oh, wow. And their website is terrible at auto-sizing, so we just don't get the rest of this sentence because it doesn't fit in the box. So American Film Institute, Chicago Film Critics Associate, National Society of Film National Board of Review. You guys have as much information as I have.
Yeah, I'll go with was it the Chicago Association of Film Crit?
The Chicago Film Critics Associate?
Yeah, that one.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll double down on that one as well.
Oh, we've got a double down. Arr! You motherfuckers. Sorry for my foul language. We're gambling out here. And you know I like to get a little liquored up. It's the American Film Institute.
God damn it.
He's the youngest actor to ever receive it.
Huh.
2002. Yeah, that was a long time ago too. Holy shit.
Holy shit.
Jeez,
I have a follow-up quiz, side quiz to the actual quiz. What was the highest grossing film of 1998? Because I have the answer and we've talked about it on this podcast already.
Oh shit.
Was
Give you a hint. It's in space.
Is it Apollo 13?
Sam got it's Armageddon.
Armageddon
grossed more than Saving Private Ryan did.
Oh shit.
We gotta get an oil drill in space. They're like the compelling story of World War II and a soldier's journey. They're like, hell nah, man. We got an oil team that gotta go to space. Holy fuck. I gotta watch Armageddon. Fuck Saving Private Ryan. The people have spoken. Which character has he lent his voice to in the Toy Story series? Really ending it with a tough one, guys. What character did he play in Toy Story is what they're trying to ask. Lent his voice, they say. They're trying to get a word count up here. This is written by a 5th grader.
So easy. That would be Roofy.
Buzz Lightyear, Ken, Rex, or Woody? Harrelson.
It's not on the list, but I'm pretty sure it's Andy. I think he did Andy as well.
Andy.
Yeah. No one ever noticed.
All right. Final guess.
He did Roofy and Andy.
Fucking you piece of trash. MSN.com. See results. It says you got a 9 out of 16, but that's because I would just click random ones. So we're keeping my own score. You guys got you guys only got 3 wrong. So 13 out of 16. Not bad.
I think that means we get to keep our homes.
You do.
Yeah.
You sure do.
Oh, thank God.
Yep. Give us 50 more movies. We'll be back for, any amount of trivia you want to ask.
Next time, I'll write my own trivia because MSN is full of shit as far as I'm concerned. And then one thing we're going to do one more thing. We're going to look up what a symbologist's definition is because I just want the exact one. One who studies symbols. Wow, Google.
Hey?
Especially those used in ancient religions or secret societies. Okay, that little tag at the end makes it worth it. Okay. So guys, that quiz actually took a hilariously long time to do. Such a trash quiz. Shout out to the 9 viewers on the podcast, Super Neat Podcast, the only podcast on the internet, brought to you by AHA Sparkling Water. What's your AHA moment? Guys, we're closing in on the end. So what we're going to do is, unless you guys have something more pressing to talk about, we're going to slightly bat around if you could make Forrest Gump in 2020. I think that's actually a phenomenal thought exercise. And then we're going to let you guys do your plugs. And then we're going to do the quote of the week. And then that'll be the show.
Okay.
Cool.
Gump in 2020. Luke, I believe you posed this question. What do you think? You guys talked about this?
Problem. Yeah, I created the problem, but have no solutions.
He is mentally handicapped, and as a youth, physically handicapped. But then he does a RoboCop kind of thing and kicks those braces off, and somehow he's good. He's all good. They don't really go into too much detail about how that.
We also go to Vietnam in this, which I feel like. Can we do that in 2020? Can we at least go to Vietnam?
Do that. You get to do some kick-ass music. That's like the only good.
What the fuck is this movie, Luke?
I forgot you haven't seen Forrest Gump.
Yeah, I've never seen Forrest Gump. I knew an intellectual disability was involved. That's it. What the fuck are you both on about?
Oh,
there's a lot. There's a lot, man.
Tom Hanks is the R word, and he lives just a wild life, and there's a lot of conundrums. Number one for me is that the woman, his love interest. Can I spoil this movie, or you haven't seen it? So I'll hold off. Honestly,
look, this is your podcast. You can spoil it as much as you want.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, this dude's straight handicapped, and not in a like super subtle way. Like it's pretty. We all know what's going on, and he gets a woman pregnant, and they have a child together potentially, and that just happens. Oof. I don't know why that's the most fucked up part to me, but and not on him. He is obviously not responsible. It's her that seems fucked.
It's some stuff. I think we have to. Okay, we have some options here.
I think no one would fund that. If I pitched it in a boardroom, I think
you'd have a hard time. I think we can cut several things. Do we want to just what could we replace the intellectual disability with? I'm thinking maybe he just doesn't speak English. What if we just do the movie and he
terminal
speaks? I don't know.
We already did it.
Yeah. So we've replaced it. It's now the terminal, and we're just gonna totally cut Vietnam. We can keep the running sequences. Maybe this is just a marathon movie.
Yeah, he's just a runner. It's the thing is, in the 90s, I feel like there was a string of handicapped star movies played by normal actors. And I mean, as far as we know, Cuba Gooding Jr. in Radio. Who was in Rain Man? We should all know this. The star.
Douglas?
It was Tom Cruise and I don't think it's Kirk Douglas. No.
Why do I keep wanting to say Billy Bob Thornton?
It's not Billy Bob Thornton, though. It's in the...
It's Dustin Hoffman.
Dustin Hoffman.
There we go.
Rain Man. Radio, Rain Man. I mean, Sling Blade, I guess you could probably... I think that fits the bill.
Holy
Forrest
shit,
Gump.
you're right. What were we on? Why did we have so many of these?
I don't know. It was a thing. And the only thing that like of recent note was that movie with who's the star of Holes?
Oh, Shia LaBeouf.
Shia LaBeouf. He did that movie, The Peanut Butter Falcon, but he's like a real autistic guy's in it, and I think it got good reviews. I haven't seen it. But they didn't have Tom Hanks pretending he had autism, so I imagine it's got to be all right.
Yeah.
I don't know what the current climate says about handy-capable portrayal on the silver screen. I don't know. I have no idea.
So can I pitch a way that it can be done?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
You change nothing about it, except Forrest Gump is a woman, played by Scarlett Johansson.
10 out of 10. It's empowering.
Exactly.
I don't want to fund your movie.
Today.
Yeah. I don't want to fund it, but I feel like I'm compelled to for some reason. I don't know why. I have to give you money.
Let's just put it in action. Let's see what happens. My guess is that since we haven't seen any, great new movies starring a handicapped dude played by a famous Hollywood actor, that no, because otherwise we would have easily had a Rain Man 2 or Forrest Gump, The Reckoning. I think if it was acceptable, those greedy Hollywood producers would have done it.
Yeah.
I'd say no.
I feel like we just turn this into a reboot of Chariots of Fire. I think this is just a running movie now at this point.
I never saw Chariots of Fire, but I know the song.
A lot of running. I feel like we got a lot of crossover. We'll chop everything else and we'll beef up the script. But
he runs, but it's not. I mean, he plays ping pong and he goes fishing and
it's
Vietnam.
true.
He does it all. Forrest Gump, man, what a classic. Who the hell wrote that? What kind of cokehead wrote that shit? And Captain Nihilism in the chat says, handicapped people don't deserve any pleasure. Joe 2020. That's what I said. Let the record hold.
Oh, Jesus.
That's not great.
VERN.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, can I pivot just to get us out of this grave that we're digging ourselves?
Yep.
Hey, Joe, how much would you like to see Tom Hanks eating 50 hard-boiled eggs?
I'd give $3 or $4.
That little?
I mean, to scar myself? Yeah. It's like, hey, yeah, do you want a tattoo of a squiggly line on the tip of your penis? Be like, not really. It's going to hurt, and I'll never forget it. So what am I willing to pay for that? Very little.
That's fair. Although it's in direct contrast to when Sam pitched this to me, and I said that if he were on Cameo, I would gladly pay several thousands of dollars to see Tom Hanks house 50 individual hard-boiled eggs.
If it was a live stream, I don't know. To watch a grown man vomit over Zoom, I don't know.
I feel like he can't vomit or he doesn't get the money.
Yeah.
He's getting money? Oh, okay. I mean, if we put it on Twitter and said, donate as much as you can, $1 to $10, $10 being the max, I think we could easily get millions for Tom Hanks to eat 50 hard-boiled eggs in a row. I don't know if any one man could eat 50 hard-boiled eggs in a row.
It happened in Cool Hand Luke. I don't know if that means
the documentary. Shit. You know what? We'll tweet at him. We'll see if he'll do it. We'll do it on the SUPERNEAT podcast. Okay, guys, we are 15 minutes over, but what a blast we had. We're now going to do the ring around the rosy. You guys get to plug whatever it is you want. I have a suspicion I know what it is, but you guys there's also two of you, so one of you could plug something, and the other one could plug AHA sparkling water. I don't care. It's cool. SUPERNEAT podcast. So, you guys, what have you got going on? What's it all about?
You're good with the details, Sam.
Okay, so check our podcast out. It's Hanksy Panksy. You can find that on anchor.fm/Hanksy Panksy, or kind of on really any podcatcher, Spotify, Apple, I don't know what the others are, but they're out there. You can catch us on Twitter at Hanksy Panksy, Facebook, Hanksy Panksy Podcast, and you can email us at hanksypanksypod@gmail.com.
True that.
Yeah, new episodes every Wednesday.
Yeah, and I have nothing to plug in addition other than, I guess, Aha Water. What's your aha moment? And my spec script for a Chariots of Fire reboot, potentially starring Tom Hanks.
As long as he eats 50 eggs in it, I'm on board. I'm in. All right, guys, that is the Super Neat Podcast, the only podcast on the internet, and we are going to say farewell with the quote of the week, which is "Yabba Dabba Doo" by Fred Flintstone. Take that into your week. If you're listening to this on Monday morning, Yabba Dabba Doo.
Yabba Dabba Doo, indeed.
This podcast
Yabba Dabba Doo.
is fucking trash. And let's play it out. Oh, shit. I lost my outro music, guys. Hold on. Just keep saying Yabba Dabba Doo. There we go.
Yabba Dabba Doo.
Yabba Dabba Doo.
We can scat in the meantime if it makes things easier.
Okay, here we go. We're playing out. See you guys later. Hope you enjoyed the Super Neat Podcast. Yabba Dabba Doo. Oh shit, hold on. Put it down. All right, we're not gonna let the whole one play out this time because I got shit I gotta do. See you guys later. Hello.